Hello and welcome. We are the Untold Stories Project, and tonight we present our first episode of Tales of the Finest, using the Blue Rose setting from Green Mountain Publishing. My name is Jonesy, and I will be your game master for this evening. As a quick note for those unfamiliar with the Blue Rose is in Blue Rose the players take on the role of members of the Sovereign's Finest, commonly referred to as envoys, where they act as agents of the crown against any number of challenges, such as being sent to settle border disputes, assisting in disaster relief, tracking down Kurnish spies, to stopping shadow spawn incursions into Aldous, or anything else that the Sovereign might need them to do. A few quick housekeeping bits for those. For this stream, for those who are familiar with Blue Rose, we are going to be using the Blue Rose Adventurers Guide for Fifth Ed, and not the Age edition of Blue Rose. We are a tiny but growing channel, and if you like what we're doing, please consider doing all the Twitch and YouTube things, doing like follow, share, subscribe, all that cool stuff. Along with that, for those watching live, if you'd like to see how you can help aid the envoys in their mission, go ahead and just type Blue Rose Unlocks into the chat, and you can see all the cool stuff that you can do. Along with that, if you do follow or give us a follow, we actually can unlock bonus points for the envoys tonight, so to help them out. With that, go ahead and jump on in and have our envoys introduce themselves. If we can go ahead and start with Will. Can you go ahead and tell the viewers your name, your character's name, your ancestry, what class you're playing, and then we're going to ask you a couple cool character questions tonight.
Sure. Yeah. Hi, friends. My name is Will. Really excited to be playing Blue Rose. I am playing KL Pelora, human cleric. Very excited for all of that. Do you want me to talk about my domain and all of that stuff too? Or
sure, if you want. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, I'm actually playing in the Radiant domain, which is special to Blue Rose. So I'm very excited to kind of be showing off those mechanics. It's adjacent, I would say, to the Light domain, if you knew that domain from the other 5e that you might have played. So yeah, very excited to be diving into a different pantheon of gods and a different few features here and there for the cleric.
Cool. So what is one cool thing you'd like the viewers to know about your character?
I like. Oh, sorry.
No, go
ahead. Something not related to any of the like stats of my character is that I'm fascinated by weather. So I love rainbows and windstorms and cloud formations and things like that. I'm really excited to get to play with weather a little bit.
Cool. And jump over to Alex.
Hi everybody, I'm Alex, and tonight I will be playing the part of Drake, who is a Rye Raccoon Rogue, level 1. I don't have a specialty yet. I'm debating between Arcane Trickster and Thief. We'll see what happens. As for one thing I would like you to know about Drake, he grew up in the sort of the lower portions of Aldous as a go-between and a member of the criminal community working alongside the Silence until he got caught and decided instead of doing community service, it would be awesome to go and join up with the Sovereign's Finest to put his skills to use for the good of the realm instead of the good of himself. And his favorite thing about being an envoy is that he is able to use his skills for the good of the realm and the good of himself.
Awesome. Why don't we jump to Andy, just go make our way down the line.
Hi everybody. I am Andy. No, not that one. My character's name is Vam Bandma. He is a night person. which in the world of Blue Rose is similar to that of an orc, minus the imperialist racism, of the real world's depiction of those sorts of things. And he is a fighter, and I haven't quite gotten to the point where I can do any kind of specializing, but I'm looking forward to him becoming a lovely little protector, or a lovely, very large protector. As for the things that I would like people to know about Vom was conceived to be a brute enforcer for the Shadow Lords who rule over the Thaumacrity of Kern. The intended conditioning didn't take, and he escaped on foot across the mountains to Aldous, where he's been ever since. Oh, and the other thing I'm missing, Vom's favorite thing about being an envoy, let's face it, he doesn't know anything other than hitting people. At least in all this, he hits people because he chooses to, and as an envoy, he knows that he's hitting the right people. It makes a difference.
Awesome. And go ahead and jump to Brian.
Hey everybody, I am playing Ula Brine, rather. She is a barbarian who is the daughter, almost said son, who is the daughter of a Navy captain, a ship captain in the Royal Navy, a Ludrin Brine Runner. And she was sent to the academy because of mistakes she's made, and she's here to straighten out her life.
Awesome. And last but not least, Aaron.
We'll see about the last but not least part. Hello, everyone. I'm Aaron. I am playing Tisra Vasco, who is a Vata Shah warlock. The Vata are kind of sort of Blue Rose's version of elves, but not exactly. And there are both light Vata and dark Vata, and Tisra is a dark Vata. Tisra is also a refugee from Kern. Since Kern tends to grab anyone with magic and say, you're working for the Lich King, and their parents made the choice to hide Tisra from that and attempt to have Tisra and their sister smuggled into Aldous. Worked out okay for Tisra. Tisra's sister still, somewhere in Kern. I'm sure that'll never come up and be an issue.
Certainly not.
Certainly not. And I have only barely ever played Blue Rose and have never played 5e, so this is going to be a learning experience for me.
Awesome. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Blue Rose is amazing and awesome, and I'm totally not biased, except I totally am.
I love Blue Rose. I've read it. I've just played it very, very little.
So with that, we do find they, in this case, our envoys are apprentice envoys. They're currently stationed in the heart of Blue Rose, the city of Aldous, where we find them. Currently, they've all been sponsored to the envoys, and they currently are still finishing up the training. In the main city of Aldous, in the center, the heart basically is in the heart of the country, the nation of Aldous. Aldous sits the palace complex, which is the basically the bustling center of the entire nation. This compound includes the Royal Palace, the Royal Archive, the Royal College, and along with the Knights of the Blue Rose, which is an elite order of fighters, and also the envoys, the Envoys Hall. Our lucky envoys have been assigned to, and been training together for quite a while, and they're near the end of that training. And currently, they have spent the morning in various classes and finishing up their late schedules, and so they can start going out to their other various tasks for the day as they finish up lunch. So, with that. What is the the kind of the afternoon looking like for your specific envoys?
Bombs is pretty simple. He's in the gymnasium sparring with 3 or 4 people and losing quite badly, but because that's 3 or 4 different people, but he's having a really good time. He really seems to be enjoying himself. Like he'll take a shot to the head that'll knock him down, and he'll take he kind of shakes it off and just starts laughing and patting the back of the unfortunate who did it. Like he's just really, really enjoying a little bit of pugilism.
Awesome. So yeah, some of the instructors are getting a little bit of a little bit of a one up on you, but they've been doing this for numerous years. So,
Yes.
But they do commend your form, and they definitely encourage you to keep practicing, because I do believe that you're getting more accurate. You're not using as much wasted strength when you're attacking. So.
Now, if only he would stop leading with his chin.
Just gotta lean into it. You just gotta bait him in. Bait him in with that nice chin you got there, boy.
Drake's training for the afternoon is I have been tasked with reverse pickpocketing 4 random people throughout the city and giving them a bag of 10 gold coins. People of my choice after I go through and sort of scour the city looking for people who need a little handout from the crown.
Awesome. So yeah, as you're making your way through, yeah, you definitely have been doing pretty good, and you've avoided too many side eyes. It is not unusual to see various Raiden throughout the city. Most of the city population is human and Vata, but with some night folk and some others. But there are a decent number of Raiden in the city.
Yeah. And unlike some Raiden, I definitely cannot pass as a regular raccoon. I'm wearing a cloak that's royal blue on the inside and dark black on the outside, and I've got my ears pierced in a little modified suit of studded leather armor.
Awesome.
Which is hilarious.
So that does definitely answer the question of, do they know you're Raiden? And yes, they would recognize that you're Raiden.
Yeah, my little grabby hands have 4 little coin pouches. But to make it harder on me, they decided to put little those little like bells that you could ring together mixed in with the coins, so I have to try to get them in without them noticing, despite some of the noise that might be happening.
Love it.
Everything about this I love.
Well, Kizra is spending their training time out in the grove that is part of the training grounds, deep in meditation, trying to better connect with the Autumn King, who is their patron, and trying to better understand the nature of the magic that they have been given.
Yes, the Autumn King being one of the 2 patrons found in the new Blue Rose book. So,
Which would be part of why I just selected it, but also because I liked the connection of the Autumn King to being Vata Shah.
So that leaves our sea folk.
Oh, yeah.
And our cleric.
Go ahead, we'll get him.
Sure. I think KL is going to be in the infirmary doing some extra lab hours here, trying to understand the effects of peppermint with various potions and how that either soothes or angers certain ailments or wounds.
Awesome. Yeah. So you're in the over there doing the labs and helping out in the infirmary. And you definitely are seeing some relatively recent arrivals who are been dealing with some sickness from a recent sea voyage that they had. They encountered some strange, ghostly ship out on the waters to the south of Aldous. And where does that leave our wayward mariner?
Ula's upstairs in her dorm room, having a very bad time. She's studying again. She's got an 8 intelligence. She's really strong because her desk is like bent in where she keeps punching it, and she can't figure out the damn question for the 3rd hour of studying. And every day, everybody knows when Ula's hitting the books because all they hear is, damn it.
when she hit the
What
books,
was that?
She hits the books.
I hit the books, and then I hit the desk, and I hit the books, and I get my C+.
The problem is when, of course, the books start to hit her back.
Oh, they have. They've fallen off this shelf many a time. That's why I ripped it off. That thing's gone.
Yeah, you really need to fix that at some point.
I'm not having Diplomacy 5 hit me on the head again. I'm not dealing with it. It's going to be on the ground with the other books.
Awesome. So the rest of the day, the group proceeds to finish their studying. Drake, you are able to do 3 of the 4, but you get busted on the last one.
Look, man, I promise I was putting something in there, not taking anything out.
So, and the person who busts you seems more embarrassed than upset. It looks like they're probably a recent arrival. If based on the way they're dressed and just the state of them, you'd almost think they recently come through the swamps on the edge of the kingdom of Aldous. There's a swampy region that was once a thriving area until the Sorcerer Kings and the dark magics that they use rendered the whole place into a hospitable swamp, swashed out area called Vernon Marsh. So,
even though they caught me, I'll go ahead and just put the pouch in their hand and say, "This is a gift from the Sovereign for making your way here into Aldous. Enjoy your stay," and then I'll just disappear into the night.
Awesome. So yeah, you're doing that. The sparring continues most of the afternoon. You don't do bad, but definitely you're outnumbered and outgunned. So
right, he's really enjoying being beaten to a pulp, almost perversely so, I think.
So and eventually our struggling student does figure out the last couple questions on the essay they were working on, and is able to finish that up and more than ready to blow off a little steam when the group finds themselves meeting up for dinner, where they usually hang out at a rather well liked and beloved tavern in town, up in the High Ward, known as the Ballad and the Blade.
So we just walked in, or is everybody just trickling in?
So the group of you, you were probably the first to arrive, given that you were the first to need the drink after the day you're going. But as you arrive, the others in the group eventually start trickling in, with Drake being the last one, since he was the farthest away from the main part of town. He was down by the docks, actually, by the time he finally found his last person.
Also, thank you so much, Jupe, for the 100 bits. We definitely appreciate that.
Awesome.
Thank you.
With that, we actually got to unlock, I believe, right?
I mean, yay.
Yay! Unlocks. We love them.
Into that.
As I scramble to find my notes. Uh, I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget, and of course I. So yeah. So with that, each of the envoys have we've unlocked Favorite of Fate, so everyone gets a point of inspiration,
Oh,
Ooh.
which totally might not come up.
maybe not tonight, but like,
So
if it-
When this saves our lives, again, we will thank you.
yeah, seriously. And,
So. So yeah, as you go in, there's a bard currently performing. You do know this particular tavern has a habit of allowing students in the nearby Royal College allows them to perform, and actually every year hosts a festival, kind of a talent show, where the winner will actually will earn one full scholarship to the academy. For bards, so it's the actual place itself is run by a former envoy who is now retired. So it is definitely a popular place for that, due to that. So it's a pretty decent crowd tonight. There's a mix of people in the tavern as you arrive. There is several other students and a few others that work up in the High Ward area. As you're relaxing and the others join you, a round of drinks is brought over. And is there anything specific that your team, that the group wanted to talk about or catch up on? Any of the local gossip?
So Drake, how did things go today?
Well, you know, looking around this city, it's
No, I
hard to
don't.
find
That's
people.
why I'm asking.
It's hard to find people around this city who need help. Everybody seems pretty happy most of the time, but I did find a couple of schlubs from off the boat. A couple of folks came in from the swamp, actually. Believe that.
That is somewhat unusual.
But I got 3 of them. I got gold in their pockets without them noticing. The last person caught me. But you know, believe it or not, they're a lot less mad at you when you're putting stuff in instead of taking stuff out.
It is true that you do stand out some.
I don't know what you mean. I'm gonna just sit on the table because I can't sit in the chair with and still see over everybody else. My little,
What do you mean?
my little copper mug in front of me.
I mean, mostly your fabulous cape, but
Yeah, look, this cape is awesome.
I'm not disputing that.
We need to get all you guys a cape.
It's hard to find capes that do not clash with my complexion.
I don't think that's a good idea, mate.
Drake? Wait, Drake, that's you, right?
Yeah, it's me. Boy.
Okay. And I'll lean down and get my calculus textbook. I got your booster seat again. And I'll just
What do you mean
slide
that's
it
me?
under him.
I'm the only raccoon in here. Who else could it be?
You were below my eye level, so I thought it could be a ghost or just an annoying rat. But you just take your booster seat. And I'll just pick him up and slide it under him so you can see us at eye level.
Oh, no, but
Lady, you get mean when you read.
I get mean when I drink too.
so let us combine both of these.
Bartender.
I'm gonna bring about the end of the world just a little bit sooner, aren't you?
Why are they even trying to teach you calculus? Isn't your job like hitting things with an anchor or something?
I mean, I can hit things with the anchor, but daughter of a Navy captain has to blah 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 blah. I mean, C+ is still passing. It's senior year, so we're good.
Arnold, you're grade C+.
Womp.
I'm gonna do finger crossbows.
God.
But,
I'm out.
I'm officially dead.
how about you, Vom? They replace that glass jaw yet, or you taking like a champ?
Oh no. I can walk anything off. It's no big deal. Take far more than that to knock me down. You should try it. Come on. Don't you have a free one?
I don't like getting hit because I'll hit back.
I didn't say I was gonna hit back. I just gave you a free one.
I want to see this.
No, it's not about hitting you, Vom. Trust me. It's about hitting the other people and them not getting up.
Just
I think as long as you don't hit with the anchor, you should be fine.
What do you mean? I don't even have it in me. I left that thing on the door.
Well, of course you did, but
Besides, I don't think they let us hit each other with real weapons during sparring most of the time. Can't carry a dumb weight.
Should have seen the quartermaster's face when Ula said she needed a wooden anchor, though.
Oh,
They don't have training anchors. It's the weirdest thing around here.
yeah, it's craziest thing. No training anchors. I would have never guessed.
So,
Couldn't-
Any of us want to join the talent show? And you blokes got a talent?
none that
where
can
do you feel that I feel comfortable with sharing on stage?
none that could be exhibited within polite company. Put it that way.
and with that, you guys are cambling on, and a couple of the crowds gets a little bit more rambunctious as the evening goes on. More and more people start strolling in. When you hear a rather large crash to a couple tables over from you, as you look over and see a gentleman standing there who looks about his mid to late 30s. Looks a little wearing just rather slightly worn and old clothing that's definitely been patched up over time. Not dirty, but just definitely worn. As he's sitting there, and his mug is on the ground, spilling everywhere, and he's clutching at his chest, and then falls over.
Yeah, Kale, that looks like something that looks like your department.
Yeah, it looks like a doctorate's needed.
Everyone who's not a cleric, touch your nose.
All right. I will. This whole time I've been reading the notes that I've had all day. I will just calmly shut them. I will stand up and I will walk over to this choking man. Is that what you said?
He dropped his glass. He just and just grabbed his chest and fell over.
Is he still conscious?
And as you get over and start investigating, he does not appear to be so. No.
Oh.
While Kale is checking him out, Teaser's going to walk over as well to just kind of try to make sure that nobody crowds the two of them.
Okay. Yeah, and with that, the bard that was performing does cut off the music.
Oh, crap.
Well, let's see what I can do here. I check for breath. Are we still alive?
As you look, you quickly lean over and start checking him out. He does not appear to be breathing anymore. His lips are quickly turning blue.
This was not a triumph.
I will, as quickly as I can, cast Spare the Dying, which is a cantrip that will stabilize someone who is unconscious but not dead, to see if that helps.
Okay. Awesome. So you quickly unleash your spell, and the arcane energy flows out and down into him. And as you do that, can you go ahead and make me a perception check, please?
Ooh, first roll of the campaign.
Woo!
Oh no, perception.
And there was
Perception or investigation.
I can do that. I should. We'll
You got
see
it.
what
You got it.
happens.
Jonesy,
Hey,
do
aren't
you
you
want
a cleric? Don't you have a high wisdom?
you seem to have done quite well.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's a good
22.
Also, fun quality of life thing that I should have brought up earlier. Everybody, can you go to your character sheets, click on the settings, and hit query advantage instead of always roll advantage?
Oh, hey,
I'm not sure where that would be.
So
the little gear.
yeah, there's a little gear in the top right underneath where your like rogue or fighter is,
Humana. Okay.
like core bio spells gear.
Oh, yep.
Click on that. Right underneath
settings.
that, there's a roll queries, query advantage, and then it'll roll.
Oh, I have that.
Yeah, it'll ask you if you want to roll it with advantage
Instead
or
of
not.
automatically.
Gotcha.
Oh, I see.
I just gave you 22 was the first of the two rolls, so that
Okay.
and it's also the lowest. So if you want me to re-roll, I can.
Nope,
But-
that's totally valid.
And kind of awesome.
So with that, as you let loose the arcane energies in an attempt to stabilize this man, you see a flicker of black veins just kind of pulse up through his neck, which is obviously not natural. And your arcane energy pushes him back out, but you definitely see a flicker for a moment of black, basically tendrils of thin black energy kind of spike through his skin.
Oh, that's not good. I imagine that that's different than what I was seeing in the infirmary today with our ghost people.
Correct. Yeah, they were
Okay.
just definitely had seasick kind of.
Oh, okay, cool. After that flash, do I see life start to restore to this person, or are they still deteriorating?
And with that, your energy goes out. You see the colors start coming back to their lips and stuff. They definitely seem out, but they don't seem like they're going to be dying any moment.
Okay. I will I will take out some peppermint and I will put it like under their lip so that it's there, but they won't choke on it. And then I will turn to the rest and say, we should probably get this person to the infirmary. There's clearly something going on here.
Oh, that seems like a very good idea. Yes.
Get him out of here.
So, as you guys are doing that, the two of you went over to check out the gentleman who fell. What did the other four of you do?
I want to scamper over to his drink and see if there's anything nefarious in it. With my
Okay.
keen sense of smell.
Awesome. Go ahead and make me a investigation check.
Oh, I would love to.
And I will say that you have advantage on this because of your keen sense of smell.
Beautiful. Here we go. My first roll of the campaign. Alright, Drake, don't let me down. 18.
So, awesome. So while he's doing that, what about the other three of you?
As soon as I see Kale take care of the man and he's coming back to life, I'm gonna start clapping to see if the rest of the bar joins in.
Awesome. And so with that, yeah, you start and clapping, and they all seem to be happy because at first they couldn't tell if it was just someone who got a little too much celebrating and or what, but it definitely as they saw Kale go to work, they definitely realized that something was going on.
Then I'll go ahead and move next to the body in case I need to help move him or something.
Once Vom actually realizes that it is something going on, that it's not exactly as you just said, somebody who is just drunk and passing out, he'll join Tizra in kind of maintaining the cordon and keeping any looky-loos away.
And because I don't have them memorized, can I ask Tizra and you to give me what your passive perceptions are?
Whoops! Don't leave meeting.
Sure.
It is actually my passive perception is no. Says my character sheet.
It's
It is
10
a
plus
10,
your perception modifier.
which means it is a 10.
It is also a 10.
Awesome. So
We're going to be remarkably easy to steal from.
It is not what we're here for.
Look, wisdom is not exactly my strong suit. I am a warlock.
Wisdom is really not Vom's strong suit. He gets beaten up for a living.
so with that, Drake, as you get over to the drink and you kind of, you quickly recognize that this gentleman's drink has been laced with something.
Mm.
And as you look down to him, you actually he seems vaguely familiar to you.
I'm going to sort of cock my head and my ears will flick a little bit with anticipation. Hey, waitress, can I get a to-go cup for this?
Sure. She walks off to go get you a little container to put that in.
It just gives you the weirdest look.
I forgot to mention, nothing I say is out loud. It's all in your heads.
Yes.
Right.
I speak telepathically.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, right.
That wasn't the weird thing. You talking wasn't the weird thing. It was the getting drinks to go.
Looking at the guy, can I find any identifying features on him to help trigger my sense of recollection about him?
What did you take for your background?
Oh, it's a personal question to ask around everybody else. I had to double check. I don't remember if it's criminal or urgent. I think it's criminal. But like I'm past that. I'm reformed. It's not even a thing anymore. Oh, actually, I took a custom background. So yeah, urgent. Aldean Freelancer is the name of the background that I took.
Ah.
So sort of criminal.
So yeah, I will say because of that, yes, you do actually recognize why this guy seems familiar to you. You're not used to seeing him passed out near death, but he actually is a member of a local group of, what's the word we're looking the best way to describe them, liberators of personal property.
Men of culture, I see.
A small group of them known as the Night Pads.
Night Pads. I'm gonna write that down. That sounds important. Have I worked with the Night Pads before?
You have not. You do know that they are pretty much a group of a loose association of bandits that they operate in Aldous, but they don't actively work in the city. They usually come to the city to get work, and then they go outside the city to perform work. So they don't draw too much attention because technically they didn't break the rules in the city. So they're trying to kind of circumvent the city rules, but it's not working very well for them.
Well, then I will. I'll bring that up to the rest of the group. Just say, hey, this guy he works with the night pads. He's a part-time bandit. Let's take him back up and see who might be trying to poison him. Because there's definitely something funky in his drink here. I'm getting a sample to go.
Jonesy,
Yes.
is everybody still clapping in the last 6 seconds, or have they kind of stopped?
Yeah, they kind of stopped and they've gone back and they tend to you hear people murmuring amongst themselves. They basically think that they were choking on something, or they don't realize it was nefarious. They just think he was either had a heart problem. I don't know, kind of thing.
Can I make, I don't know, a perception or intelligence roll to see if I remember who was not clapping for the man's life we saved? That might have been kind of suspicious.
Sure. Yeah. That's pretty awesome. I will actually say, yeah, you can make me a perception roll to have noticed.
Ooh, not my aunt. Yes.
And I will actually give you advantage on that because I think it's cool.
Ooh.
Because I can.
Where is my... Sorry, I'm not used to this sheet.
Yeah, it's a little different than the werewolf sheets.
A little bit.
So it should be under skills. Right there it is.
Yep.
Oh, bam. You said normal?
No, I'm giving you advantage on that.
I got an 11 and a 6 with advantage.
Oh.
Yeah, you didn't get a good shot of anyone that was acting shady, but as far as that,
Okay.
oh,
go ahead.
but as you're looking around, you do see someone quickly making their way towards the door.
Hmm.
I'll start picking up the body and just kind of elbow bomb and just tell him about the guy at the door to go.
Oh, fun. I'm not sure how exactly to waylay him apart from. Wow.
Yeah, and as you look over, the gentleman at the door kind of hits the door, kind of looks back over his shoulder, and bolts out the door.
I'm gonna follow him.
Yes! Get him!
Follow, we should do
You know
that.
what? He could have got if he'd walked out. He could have gotten away with it because Mom's just not that bright. But when he runs, like, nope, he has. Okay, I'm chasing.
Is Ula going after him too?
Yeah, I'll drop the body after picking it up and I'll follow Vom out.
So Vom's just like, oi, and just like takes off.
Oh, that no is.
That's what I was worried about.
I just had a hunch. Now it's confirmed.
And with that, two of your group have bolted for the door. I need to know, is anyone following them or not following them?
Episode 1, split the party. Let's go.
Teesra is going to look at Drake and say, go follow them. Make sure they do not get into trouble. Kayla and I will help this man back to the infirmary.
All right, don't forget my to-go cup. It's important.
Yes, of course.
And I'll
Isra, I think you forget about my strength. I don't know that I can lift this man. But
No, I am very aware that you are as much of a weakling as I am. That's why I said we would both help this man to the infirmary.
yes, I'm going to go back to my notebook and quickly write down everything that I saw, just so that I don't forget. Does this seem?
No,
oh, sorry.
Go ahead, sorry.
I was going to say, does this seem shadow-esque to me with my background as a shadow scarred?
This, I'd say yes, that there could be some, not necessarily shadow, but maybe some sort of poison that was imbued by something of the occult nature.
Okay. Yeah, I'll write it down as I'll grab my book, and while I'm walking over to try and lift this man. I'll write everything down as quickly as I can and help lift him up.
Okay, so you two are staying there, and the other 3 of you are giving chase, correct?
That is correct. I'm gonna scamper out on all 4s.
And for those who are following along at home, Drake is a Raiden, which means he's an awakened animal, which means he does have telepathic powers, along with his 4 feet and fluffy tail.
But unlike other Raiden, I've got hands because I'm a little raccoon.
And you do, by default, I'm allowing the party to have psychic rapport, which means that you guys can talk amongst each other through mind speech without having to stress over that. So with that, the 3 that are giving pursuit, this is going to be a skill challenge to catch up to our would-be questionable brigand. So the 3 of you are running through the back streets of Aldous. So through the high ward. With that, it's later at night, so the sun has gone down, the moon's come up, and there are, yeah, I know.
Okay.
I heard it when I said it.
Everybody did.
And there are various, things in the street, things like that. So, what skills would you like to try to use to catch up to this gentleman that you're chasing? Because they do have a bit of a head start on you.
I would like to use my athletic skill to gun this man down.
I'm thinking Bomb is much the same way. Like athletics and it doesn't matter how far he runs. Like Bomb's not gonna stop.
We're both power running with the arms like this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use acrobatics as I nimbly go up to the 2nd story of these buildings and start making my way up, seeing if I can find a way to cut him off. Because if I can, I'm gonna jump on his head and scratch the crap out of him like a raccoon from the sky.
Awesome. So go ahead and each one of you make me a skill roll.
Big money, big money. Ooh, big money.
No advantage. He's no more room. That was not a very good roll.
I got a 7.
I got a 22.
I don't know how I bombed an athletics roll, but I have managed it. I got a 9.
Ula is mad about having to read earlier.
So,
I was like, why are you chasing him? I don't know!
So with that, Drake, you jump up to scurry up, and you end up hitting a loose tile on one of the roofs and slip and scurry down. You don't get hurt, but you definitely don't catch up. And with that, making sure you don't cut corner too close. We do have 1 in the lead catching up, but the other 2 you're falling back a little bit. So with that, they quickly turn around the corner and knock over a cart, and stuff scatters across the ground, trying to slow you down a little bit. I'm gonna need another check for you guys.
Is it the same, or are we moving to defaulting to acrobatics or?
Yeah, if you want to try something else.
Well, athletics is a much better bonus for me, but it's up to you. If you're going to make me use a different one.
I stepped on a cabbage and I tripped. I got a 6. It's a crit fail.
I stepped on a cabbage and started rolling really fast, like in DC, because I rolled a 23.
I got a 20.
Awesome. So with that, the 3 of you come barreling around the corner and quickly catching up to the would-be target as you bolt around the corner. You see them heading right down down this dark alleyway. You're quickly catching up to them, and they are definitely looking worse for wear, as they're panting and trying to keep going. And as they come around the edge, you see a group of 5. It looks like brigands coming around the corner here.
Don't run, I just
like
want to
this
talk.
part. I like this part. This is the best part.
And with that, the person you're chasing kind of skids to a halt and stops as the 5 of them are there. I'm gonna need a perception check from our raccoon, because he's up on the roof trying to scurry up, follow up on the roof. So I need you to make me a perception check.
20. Wow.
Awesome. And with that, you see a movement just briefly over here. I don't know if you can see my little ping on the map or not.
Yeah, I can see it.
Down to the south of where you're at. As you see a small little glow of something, like kind of a purple, like a glowing purple, as you hear a twang of a bow being fired. As the bow is fired, it strikes the ground near the brigands, and as it does, it splashes out in a flash of purplish light, and kind of a liquid purple light that hisses and pops and boils. And as it strikes the brigands, and fills the area and strikes the brigands all howl and cry out in pain as they get warped and transformed into goblin-like creatures.
Uh-oh.
I need the 3 of you to roll me initiative.
Just for my knowledge, how far away does our telepathic link go?
Telepathy is based on familiarity, so it's not like a 30-foot range or something like that. It's based on familiarity. It can go miles and miles and miles depending on how strong the bond is between you and your allies. So
I'm just gonna send a message and say, hey, if you can Uber Eats that body to the lab, it might be a good idea for you to get here soon.
After hearing that, do you want us to roll initiative too?
Sure.
Okay.
Sorry.
No,
Sorry.
I'm laughing because I did eventually make my initiative roll, and it's impressive.
I'm laughing because Polar Knight's pointed out we put everybody with glasses on top.
Wait, what?
Oh, I forgot to click on my token. How do you have 0.16 initiative, good sir?
So Roll20 has it built in where you can have your dexterity modifier as a tiebreaker.
Oh.
I turned that off on my sheet. That's why mine's a regular 5.
I don't think I turned mine on because I had none of that. I just rolled bad. Really bad.
I did click on my character, but it didn't show up in the turn order, so...
Also, Jonesy, I had to click on my character to get into the turn order. I'm actually a 5. There we go. Oh, it let me edit it. That's neat.
Oh. I initially rolled a 9, but I think the 3 is way funnier, so I'm just going to stick with that.
Hashtag clean numbers. Let me clean this up for you.
See, I feel like I should go put my glasses on now, Polar Knights.
And Jonesy, just so I know, is the person who did that still over there?
You see a silhouette. You see a silhouette of someone roughly human-sized, wearing a cloak. Yes.
Somebody's about to get backstabbed. I mean, somebody's about to be surprise attacked. I need to remember I'm a reformed rogue.
That person has a goblin ray. That's already not my favorite thing to say.
And in Aldous, in Aldea, the world of Blue Rose, goblins are creatures of shadow. They are corrupt. So where's my?
Why am I showing 2216? That should be Will, not me. It should be Kel.
Yeah, I also only have control over Vom. I don't have control over me.
Super interesting.
Yeah.
It'll be like that one Steve Martin movie that had Lily Tomlin in it that literally nobody saw because I'm old.
I've seen that.
Oh, okay. It's called All of Me. It's bless you. So yeah, Kel's going on a 22 with a 16 dex, and Bomb is going on 3. So it doesn't.
If I can. It's bizarre. Cool. So.
Yeah, and thanks to Polar Ice, I've realized that every single one of us has facial hair.
Yes.
I got control of me now.
Awesome.
Woo-hoo!
Thanks.
Sorry.
We have control.
I don't know how to fix that turn order because I'm not great at Roll20, but I
Doesn't
have
matter.
at least I have control on me. So
Well, so okay, I can edit Vom. So Vom is I'm gonna keep that 3 because it's funny. And you should be if you click on.
If you click your token and roll initiative
And then
again,
roll
we
initiative.
can type back in your 2216.
There you go. Okay, so now if you click on the number to your right, you can edit it.
thanks, friends. I'm learning.
Weirdly enough, I can also edit Drake's, and I'm totally not going to. But oh, roll 20. This is fun.
Well, I
about-
didn't.
Which characters we have permission to control and edit.
Yeah, I didn't lock them all down because I didn't.
We didn't think this was gonna happen.
Well, I didn't think it was going to be necessary to.
We can break almost anything.
Especially these goblins.
Yes, I'm so excited to kill some goblins.
I
You know how long it's been?
So with that, back at the Ballad and the Blade, we have our young cleric has in mind speech with our Raiden raccoon, where you've basically been given the heads up that there's a situation several blocks south of where you're at. What are you going to do?
I am going to look for a not drunk person.
Okay.
I am going to throw 3 silver at them. And I'm going to say, get them to the infirmary. And I will, as quickly as I can, hop out and join this fray.
Awesome. So with that, you do spot a couple other students that you know from the Royal College, from the palace grounds. So yeah, you're able to quickly identify someone and go, hey, you're mostly sober. And
Kale, don't forget my to-go cup. Don't forget my to-go cup.
Oh, I guess if he told me that, then I will not forget to take his to-go cup.
so cool. So you're arranging for that. We jump down to 19. What is our illustrious sea folk going to do?
How many goblins are there? 5 goblins. And this guy's dead, right? Or is that the shadowy figure?
That was the one you were chasing.
Oh yeah, that's right. That is.
What
the one
what
I'm
exactly happened to him? Is he's
He's
still...
just he was running and skidded to a halt when the brigands came around the corner, and right now he doesn't know what to do. He seems to be stuck between a rock and a hard place, or in this case, a group of envoys and a group of goblins.
I mean,
I'm gonna go ahead.
we're
Really
less
nice.
likely to kill him.
I will take the dash action to move 60 feet to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 60. Oh, look at that. Hi, buddy.
I got you.
Crikey.
I'll say only one group of people won't kill you, and I'll point at the goblins.
I have no idea how to do that, but it's amazing to watch, let me tell you.
So can I make a diplomacy check?
Shh.
Is there no? There's no diplomacy anymore.
It's
right?
persuasion. Persuasion.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
more importantly, is it persuasion or should this be intimidation? That's what I'm trying to.
Well, let me tell you. Statistically speaking, it doesn't matter.
Thematically, are you trying to scare him into following you, or are you basically honestly trying to say, "Come with me if you want to live"?
I am mad that I ran after him, and I am mad that I fell. So I will not be nice about this.
Intimidation.
Ooh, that's a 6.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Okay, well, my turn's over.
Meanwhile, back at the Ballad and the Blade, what is our warlock doing?
Well, if Kale has already convinced some fellow students to take the body and the drink, or not body, but the harmed man, and has already gone running, I am following him because, well, that is what we should do.
Cool.
The body
They
and the drink is
are,
a different bar.
They are hoping that they will not have to call upon their magic.
Cool.
But prepared for the likelihood that that's going to have to happen.
And you're doing, yeah, so the two of you are bolting to catch up to your comrades. What are you going to be doing, Drake?
Oh, I was gonna wait and see what the goblins did, and then go.
Okay.
I was gonna hold my turn until after the goblins.
So the goblins are going to go, and they are going to rush forward. And attack. Three of them are attack. The other two are starting to scurry up the tops of to the buildings. So the three that are attacking are going to be. Where's my goblin sheet? Come on, where's my goblin sheet?
Everybody is drawing lines for that.
If you can do it, I can do it too.
I actually can't do it. I don't have the wherewithal yet.
Alex, how do I make 2 lines? I'm getting fancy.
So if you right click after you get to a square, it'll start a line in a different direction.
Oh.
You can do it as often as you want.
So the three of them are attacking. One of them is attacking our envoy. They get a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
Cool. They do 4 points of slashing damage to you.
That's not funny. That's not funny at all.
The other two are attacking the would-be assassin that you're chasing, and the last two are crawling up in the buildings and they're drawing their bows.
Yep.
So that is what they're doing. Drake, what would you like to do?
Drake would like to start by turning the drums down just a little bit. And then I'm going to scamper. Is probably the best verb. I'm going to scamper over here. And I'm going to chuck a dart at this guy. And go a little bit closer. Can I? Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to throw a dart at this guy. Or you know what? Never mind. I'm going to take a double move. I'm going to double move. So I can go a little bit closer, because I'm a little... At the moment, I'm still... I'll be at disadvantage. So I'm going to take cover behind this crate over here. And ready to join the fray next turn.
I would love to know how to draw the little line like everybody is, but I have not figured that out
A little ruler on the little side menu.
yet. Oh,
Yeah.
crikey.
Your toolbar on the top left, the fourth option.
Yeah, it's like a circle with a ruler in it.
Oh!
So, and what would our brave warrior like to do?
Brave warrior is going to run like mad. He might even be running.
G6.
The adjective pell-mell might even come into play, but his movement is not so great. He's only got 30 normally, so if I dash, I can move 60. So that's not going to get me all the way there. But yeah, so I can go to that square. I'm trying to move him, and it's not happening because I'm using the wrong.
You need to switch back to the pointer tool.
Yep. Okay. So, yep, that's basically it. And he's going to, I mean, he can shout intimidating things, but it doesn't really, they're goblins. What are you going to do? That was ableist. I'm sorry. That's probably about all he's going to manage. Cause pretty sure we're not loaded we weren't prepared for combat necessarily. So,
You guys weren't prepared.
Yeah, I wasn't prepared. I'd be making goblin paste right now.
I'm pretty sure Vom did not bring his hammer and shield to the bar.
No.
He should have, but he didn't.
You're all going to rogue school as an elective, just so you know.
Okay.
So, with that, our two envoys who are rushing from the Ballad and the Blade, you'll spend this round rushing there, and you'll get there at the end of the round. Because they didn't get very far, but they did take him a couple rounds to catch up to him. So,
Okay.
so brings us to our barbarian. What would you like to do?
I'm going to say I'm done asking, and I'm going to rage out.
No.
And then we're going to do everybody's favorite check, a grapple check. And I want to grab him.
Attack!
So it's athletics versus athletics. I got a 20.
Ooh.
I did not.
Okay, so I currently have this man just full on grapple. And now I would like to use my move action to not be near all these goblins.
Okay.
And I will take him with me. And the goblins don't get an attack of opportunity because somebody else is forcing the assassin out of his square. I would like to get behind my nice, strong dwarf, not dwarf, orc friend. Bring me my assassin, Jonesy. He will be
One
questioned.
thing, I don't have a beard.
And then he can make an opposed athletics check at the end of his turn to try to get out.
So, with that,
Oh, but I do take 2 attacks of opportunity.
cool. Let me go.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you didn't use disengage.
Actually, I would take 3.
3?
You
for
were only
starting a
adjacent to two
grapple.
of them.
I don't have improved grapple, so I get the assassin gets a shot, and then the goblins get a shot for leaving the square.
I
The
thought
gob-
Electral Opportunity were not a 5e thing. I thought that was okay.
No, they still are.
Opportunity attacks are attacks of opportunity or not.
Oh.
And they're similar but significantly different in a few ways. So,
This is going to hurt me, isn't it?
yep.
Nah. Just make your warlock around reactions. You get hit, misty step. You get hit, tomb fights.
One of them does hit you for 2 points of damage.
Okay. I have damage resistance because I'm ranging, so that's 9. And so the assassin didn't hit me.
No.
What is going on with this? It doesn't like it. Okay. So I'll have to deal with this. Okay, cool. So I'm at 9 health at the moment. And that is the end of my turn.
Awesome. Our following our warlock is catching up this round, and that brings us to the goblins.
Pay no attention to the raccoon behind the crates.
They aren't actually. They're focusing on the these two that were climbed up on the building, who were drawing their bows, fire their bows, turning the assassin into a pincushion.
It's not good.
I hate that for him.
So
We know a doctor, though.
So they do that. The other, meanwhile, the ones that were on the ground, they seem rather upset that you took their friend away.
They can talk to my friend about it. He's right there.
And they rush forward to do just that.
Please address all concerns to Vom.
Bomb is so happy with this. He's like,
Oh,
shit
so-
eyes, come on.
So the three goblins rush up with their little swords and attack.
Friends.
Is my AC.
What is your AC?
I said it first. 16.
So three of them spring at you, and one of them connects. He hits for 4 points of damage.
Oh,
Current HP. Cool. Yes. Wait,
And that brings it down to Drake.
Oh, Drake has so many plans. Drake would like to roll a stealth check.
Okay.
Believe it or not, I'm smaller than the goblins. 22.
Yeah,
Yes, you.
Ooh!
tiny, aren't you?
And now that I feel confidently stealth, I'm gonna lean around this crate and I'm gonna throw a dart at this goblin.
Okay.
Theoretically for a sneak attack, but I'll let you tell me if that's the case.
I will say yes, it is.
Okay. 16 to hit the goblin.
Goblin. That hits a goblin. Yeah. And how much damage did you?
Why isn't it telling me the damage? Roll damage.
I wasn't doing damage rolls when I was testing it, so you might have to type it.
Okay.
I think if you click the dart, like in your actual roll, it'll give you the damage after.
Yeah, you're right. Cool. So that's 6 for the dart and 3 for the sneak attack. 9 points of damage.
So with that, you drop a goblin.
Yeah, I lean around the crate and I sort of snicker to myself, pull one of my darts out from my bandolier, chuck it over, hit him in the spine, and watch his short bow fall off the roof.
All I picture is on the old cartoons.
Oh,
Yep. And with that, you drop the goblin. The goblin slowly slides off the roof of the building. Boom.
And if your dart didn't kill him, the fall sure did.
And with that, it brings us over to the end of the round and our last combat of the round.
Show 'em what you got, big boy.
What I got is in fact not my hammer like I normally would have, which is a bummer. But it would be very silly to have any of my weapons with me while we were drinking. So,
You're all going to rogue school as an elective, all of you.
I've got my self-defense dagger. I've got a hidden carry license.
So let's see, which one am I gonna clock? I don't think it matters not so much. But he's right-handed, so he's gonna swing and diff this guy.
Cool.
With this goblin. So it's actually just an unarmed strike, though. That's not very interesting.
It is if you kill him.
I'm not entirely sure how to roll that, actually.
It's a 1d4.
Right.
Your punchy punch.
I can just let me get into the. I was hoping there would be something very convenient on the.
On the sheet, we can add something real quick.
I'm gonna tell you can add it into your attacks and spellcasting.
I really should have. I should have.
There's a plus button.
Wait. Yeah, hang on a sec. Sorry about that, everybody.
No, you're good.
And then we get that. So the attack is the. This is strength D4. It's not wanting to work for me at this time. There we go. Plus strength. Hooray. Type is not slashing. Type is bludgeoning, I think.
Yes.
Crit. No. Crit's just another D4. Okay.
I hope you crit. I hope you take this goblin's.
I'd love it too.
straight
Now
off.
I just have to figure out what's going on. Let me call it. Here we go. Okay, so we save it. There we go. It is a normal roll. Submit. Didn't roll. Sorry, everybody. I am bad at roll 20. I'm better at 5e than roll 20.
It's all good.
You can just grab one of the dice on the top left of that tool. Ooh, there you go.
Waiting for it to just work.
It came in.
Did it? Oh, where did it go?
It's in the chat.
Holy crap! Yes. So that was a 19 to hit.
Cool.
And it was it's
3 points of bludgeoning damage.
yes, 3 points of ouch.
So yeah, so with that, you get a real good solid hit on that goblin. Crack. And he kind of knocks out a tooth. He spits it out. Ah!
I should have picked him up and hit a different one this time. I'll do that next time.
So that brings us to the top of the round, and at this point, the rest of the envoy group have arrived. And so with that, what would you like to do, Kale?
Sure. I.
You see this melee going on.
Did I see our friend drop our assassin friend?
You probably didn't see the
Okay.
Sorry, let me rephrase. You said assassin, and for some reason I thought you meant Drake.
I did call him an assassin friend, and that is technically, I guess, what Drake is in this moment.
So,
More of an assassin colleague.
Okay, noted. I'm writing it down now.
Assassin co-worker.
So, do you mean the assassin that's currently being drugged behind?
Yes.
Yes. You do see from where you're standing. You do see your companion dragging a shadowy figure behind them with a bunch of arrows sticking out of them. So.
Okay, I'm going to say that I don't know what that means in this moment, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I'm not going to heal him. As my action, I'm going to cast Radiant Bolt, which is my class. It's one of my special class things. Within 120 feet, I can cast a bolt of radiant energy at my fingertips. Cool. If it'll let me.
Yeah, and from where you're at, you can see 3 of the goblins. You see the 2 goblins flanking, and then the one up on the roof.
Yes, I will go for the one that already looks like it got hit.
Cool.
That is flanking Vaughn there.
Wow.
So that is a 17 to hit.
That is a hit for the goblin.
Cool. With 6 radiant damage.
So,
Wow.
with that, how do you singe that goblin?
Yeah, so you see me take out just like a little bit of peppermint, and as I do, it glows like a bright white, and I release it, and it kind of arcs and hits him kind of square in the solar plexus. Cool. Yeah.
Cool. And with that, they drop. So,
Vom saw none of this, by the way, except for the actual effect of it. So he's convinced, like, it must have hit him really hard.
so, what is our next up? Is our barbarian? What would you like to do?
Is my guest okay, or is he dead?
He is not resisting and not putting up any kind of fight, and he has several arrows sticking out of him.
Can I make a medicine check? I've seen Kale do these. As I ring my bicep around his neck, I'm gonna check for a pulse.
What is you have a passive perception of 10, right?
13.
13? Oh yeah. You know that you've seen enough people with arrows in them. You know he is not breathing anymore.
He's not breathing. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take him over here. With me, since it's just a move action, since he's not resisting. And I would like to stabilize him and say, Kale, help me fix him. So this will either kill him, depending on what he rolls next, or, oh no, it'll just kill him. We'll see. So for stabilize, it's a medicine check. I got a 3.
Ah!
Awesome. So you're trying to help him out. You're pretty sure you have to push the arrows all the way through to get them out.
Yeah, because they're barbed on the back. You don't just want to rip them out.
Yep. Brings us to our warlock. What would you like to do?
Well, of course, I am well trained in the medical arts. No, I'm not. So,
are you trained enough to fix whatever Ula just did?
I am trained enough to know that you don't do that, but not how to fix it. So Tizra is going to walk not too terribly close, because why?
Oh, it's all right. I'll be fine by myself. It's all right.
It's going to mutter off an invocation to the Autumn King and let loose with an Eldritch Blast at the goblin on the other side of Drake.
Oh. It's actually Vom, I think.
Yeah.
Sorry, yes, you're correct.
Cool.
And that is only an 11 to hit, so I don't think I'm going to hit.
I'm pretty sure that is not a hit. That is correct. That is not a hit.
Yep, didn't think so.
Somebody further down the alley just had a really interesting evening.
I'm thinking that it probably hits the roof over the goblin and sends some shingle scattering. But
That's much better.
So
it wasn't a terrible miss, it was just a miss.
It's
Oh.
late. No one else is out.
Yeah, and that goblin is a little focused on the giant gentleman standing in front of him. That he doesn't respond.
Oh, he called me a gentleman. That's lovely.
That was
And
pretty
so-
polite for a goblin.
He doesn't
With-
know you like I know you.
With that, it is
No,
the goblins. It is the goblins go.
Oh, good.
So two of them are going to attack Vom.
Yeah. I respect.
I mean, that makes sense.
They're right here. They're here.
They are
here.
right there.
It's convenient, isn't it?
One of them does manage to strike you for 3 points of slashing damage.
Boop-a-dee-boop. Okay.
And now I need to know from Kale, high or low?
I hate that. Low. Always pick low.
And cool. So it was there are people slinging spells down from
Yeah.
down the alley. Which of the two do I shoot? I can only shoot one. I'm going to shoot the warlock.
Of
Or
course.
attempt to.
I mean, you know. What did teaser ever do to?
And miss horribly.
Okay. Yay.
And so that was what the goblins do this round. Brings us to Drake. What would you like to do?
Jones, I want to do something cool.
Okay.
I want to walk over here and scamper out onto this little clothesline that is spanning the two buildings.
Okay.
And if I can, I would like to slice the clothesline behind me and swing up here behind this goblin and stab him in the back.
With this goblin?
I was thinking the one up here with the bow.
That one?
Yeah.
Oh, that one?
You ready?
Sure. Sure. I will say you can do that, but I will ask for an acrobatics check.
I'm happy to provide an acrobatics check. $23.
Yes, and so you come scampering out, run across the line and cut it and swing up, very Peter Parker-esque, and attack.
Beautiful. Let's see how it goes. 16 again.
16 hits.
And it's 6 points of damage total.
Nice.
Awesome. With that, you stab him good. Blood spurts everywhere, and the goblin seems very upset and starts and so drops the bow and is clutching their side, where they're bleeding profusely. And brings us to our last round. Our last person's round.
Bomb is slow. Bomb is going to use his bonus action to use Second Wind, which lets him regain hit points.
Awesome.
I don't know how to actually. Does that do that? Is that what that was? No, that just puts it in the thing.
You can
Yeah.
always do a manual / roll.
Yeah, I'll do that.
1d10 plus 1.
Oh, 1d10. Oh, should be 1d10 plus 1. That's right.
Let's see it.
It says it's rolling the dice, but it's taking an awful long bloody time. What is it doing?
Try not to give you a 2 total.
1d10 plus 1. Yeah, it just keeps telling me it's rolling the dice, but it doesn't tell me what the dice are actually doing. I broke roll 20. I'm sorry, everybody.
I did it.
Ooh.
Okay, so yes, it was a
7.
yes.
Eight.
Technically,
8.
That
I
was
don't
me.
think I was down 8, so there we are.
Cool.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, there we go. Okay, now, that's fun. And then goblins are pretty small, right?
These ones are goblin-like, so they're more small in the fact that they're kind of hunched over and twisted up, as opposed to
Okay.
because they were
were-
originally people.
Can I grab the fella here who went down and just like hit this guy with him?
Sure.
I mean, it's a little nuts. It's a little outre, I suppose.
I believe in you.
What do I roll for? What do I roll for this? What would you think mechanically I should do if I want to try and pull that off?
Yeah.
I will say it's an unarmed strike, basically. But I will
Okay.
because it's a big. You're using a big target. So anything that any bonuses you would have got for the fact that he's large, he's also unwieldy because he's not meant to be
Very
used
true.
as a melee weapon. So yeah.
But technically, so like, if I crit with him, I could get my savage attacks with it, right?
Sure.
Okay.
5% chance. Let's see it.
Then I'm just gonna. So you said he's gonna treat it like an unarmed strike. I'm gonna go ahead and roll it.
Oh, so close.
wow.
That is a 19. Wait a minute.
Yeah, no, that looks right.
That was a 19, and yeah. So I swung his friend at him, clocking dude for 5 damage.
And you hear crunch and crack as bones from both parties
We're gonna get letters for this.
break, bringing it to our barbarian.
Wait, did we skip Kale?
Oh, sorry. Yep. Kale.
Fix him.
I will try. I'll move over.
What is your passive perception?
15.
He's dead.
He's dead.
He's dead.
Did I see that from where I was, or do I
You
have to
can-
go over there to look
No,
at him?
you can
Okay.
you can tell from
Resurrect him, pray.
Well, I'm grumpy. So, I guess I'm going to use my Radiant Bolt again. Since that's not a spell, it's just a thing. And I will do it up at the guy with the crossbow. Since they're a ranged person. So we'll see how that goes.
Cool.
So I rolled a 20 to hit for 3 radiant damage there.
Cool. And with that, how do you take out that goblin?
I'm super grumpy, having seen that I did not save this person. I don't like that. So I will again take out some peppermint, and I will kind of hold it between my fingers and just fire it off. And I will hit kind of the back, like it's probably too close to Drake for comfort. But I'm sure glad I didn't miss. So
I'm really glad your spells smell like Arctic wind.
yeah, it's just like burnt mint.
You are chewing satisfaction, mate.
Oh, Starslayer redeemed
Hydrate.
Everybody hydrate.
Yeah, I just.
I'm out of liquid.
I had 1 drop left. That was all for you.
To end my turn with my movement, I would like to just move up onto one of these folks. So if they try and flee, I'll get an attack of opportunity on them.
Cool.
And that'll end my turn.
And what is our barbarian going to do? The person you were chasing, the man that you were chasing, is no longer part of the cycle. He's been killed.
So actually, Jonesy, I'm looking at my item sheet, and I do have a healer's kit. Was he dead when I tried to save him, or was he one death saving throw off?
He was dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I will look at my life. Does he happen to have anything on him that isn't a dagger?
Sure. You're gonna search him.
I'll help my friends first. We can search things later.
Okay.
I'll kind of just like grab this trash can and like put it over his body, and then bum rush this goblin with a dagger. That's it. 22 to hit. And then I hit. You said I hit dagger again to get the damage?
Roll
Yeah, that's correct.
automatically.
It just makes me roll again.
I'm sorry. I meant if you hit the dagger in the chat.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. So that's 5 dagger damage. As I just come and stab this goblin as close to the face as I can.
Yeah, you get him pretty good. So, and with that, you strike him. He yells out a yelp. Ah! And Duffy does not seem like he wants to be there any longer. Brings us to our warlock. What would you like to do?
Yeah, so help the player out here. Does 5e have penalties for firing ranged attacks into melee?
I'll say no.
Okay. Well, then they are simply going to take a little stroll over here to get a slightly better angle on the goblin to the south of and once more invoke the Autumn King's name and fire off an Eldritch Blast. And when Roll20 feels like catching up to me.
Yeah, it seems to be laggy today.
Yeah.
Funky.
It happens. There we go. Hey, that is a much better roll to hit. That is a 24 to hit.
That so hits, and that.
And then I will inflict 6 points of force damage upon the goblin to the south.
And how does that goblin go away?
The Eldritch Blast comes and catches. Is that the goblin who was being swung, or the one who was swung into?
Swung into.
Yes.
So that goblin was already reeling back from the impact of his buddy, and the Eldritch Blast catches him square in the head, knocking him backwards and causing him to crack his skull upon the cobblestones.
Awesome. Seeing his buddies drop, this last little goblin would like really hard to not die. So he's
would
going
like to be elsewhere.
He's going to take the disengage action and then move.
Okay.
He's going to run away. Attempt to run away. Drake. Because he does not know about the evil rye monkey. The rye raccoon up on the roof.
I'm just gonna scarper over here and jump off and land on his head.
Will you please make me an attack?
24. For 9 points of damage.
And with that, you have dispatched the last goblin.
Yeah, I'll just drop on him like a sack of angry potatoes with a knife.
Extremely. I was going to try to wrestle him to the ground, but your way worked.
And with that, there's a flurry of blades and fur and claws and fangs, and the goblin falls to the ground. And with that, I think we're a little overdue for our first break, so we'll go ahead and take a quick break.
Awesome.
Everybody.
Thanks for sticking with us for the first half.
We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. We're going to have our ad carousel playing. We're going to get some snacks and some water. And we'll see you in just a second.
Mostly just water.
Yeah.